Good morning students. In my last video I explained the concept of consumer's equilibrium in case the consumer is spending his entire income on a single commodity. Today I will explain that how a consumer reaches his equilibrium position when he spends his income on two or more goods. Students, in reality, the consumer spends his income on a number of goods and services, and with his limited income, he wants to get maximum satisfaction. Here, I have taken the example of two goods X and Y. Girls, as you know that consumer equilibrium is a situation where the consumer wants to get maximum satisfaction with his limited income and he does not have any tendency to change his existing consumption pattern. So, in case of two commodities, the consumer will be in equilibrium when his marginal utility per unit of money from good X is equal to marginal utility per unit of money from good Y. Here marginal utility per unit of money means marginal utility of 1 rupee that he spends on a good. To find out marginal utility per unit of money, the marginal utility of the good is divided by its price. We can understand this with an example. Suppose the price of a commodity is rupees 5 and the consumer purchases 4 units of the commodity and he gets 35 utils of marginal utility from it. Now his marginal utility per unit of money is 7 utils, because to find out marginal utility per unit of money we divide marginal utility by the price of the commodity. So here it will be 35 divided by 5, which is 7 utils. Thus, when he buys 4 units of the good, his marginal utility per rupee from the good is 7 utils. Now this condition can also be expressed as MUX by PX is equal to MUY by PY is equal to MUM. MUM means marginal utility of money. This is also known as the law of equimarginal utility or Gauss's second law. The law of equimarginal utility says that the utility maximizing consumer must allocate his income among various commodities in such a way that the last unit of money spent on each commodity gives him the equal marginal utility. This law can also be stated as the utility maximizing consumer will spend his money income on different goods in such a way that marginal utility of each good is proportional to its price. Now let me explain the law using this schedule. Suppose the consumer's income is rupees 40. He is using his money income to buy two goods, that is good X and good Y. Price of X is rupees 5 per unit and price of Y is rupees 10 per unit. Now see here in the table, column 2 and 3, they give marginal utility of X and Y, and column 4 and 5 give the ratios of marginal utility to price of the two commodities, that is MU of a rupee spent on the purchase of two commodities. You can see here that marginal utility per rupee spent on each commodity diminishes, and this is because of the operation of law of diminishing marginal utility. Now we have to find out those combinations of X and Y where marginal utility per rupee for both the goods are equal. Here in this table I have written those combinations where MUX by PX is equal to MUY by PY. Let me explain this. See, when the consumer purchases 3 units of X and 1 unit of Y, his marginal utility per rupee from both the goods is 8. That is, MUX by PX is equal to MUY by PY, and that is 8. In this way, we will find out the other combinations. Now the other combinations are 4 units of good X and 2 units of good Y, where the marginal utility from the last rupee spent on these goods is 7. Next is 5 units of X and 3 units of Y, where the marginal utility of money is 6. The next combination is 6 units of X and 4 units of Y, where the marginal utility per rupee from both the goods is 5. In order to purchase these different combinations of X and Y, the consumer will be required to incur different amounts of expenditure, which is indicated here. Remember that the consumer has to spend rupees 40 on the purchase of X and Y. If he purchases the first combination, that is 3 units of X and 1 unit of Y, his expenditure is of rupees 25 only, which means he is not able to spend his entire income on it, so he will not go for it. If he purchases combination 3 and combination 4, his expenditure is rupees 55 and rupees 70 respectively, which are out of his budget. He cannot afford to buy these combinations. It is only when he purchases the second combination, his entire income is spent, so he will go for it. Thus, he will be in equilibrium when he buys 4 units of X and 2 units of Y, and he spends a total sum of rupees 40. Now we have to see that how much total utility will the consumer obtain from his income of rupees 40. We can calculate total utility as the sum of the marginal utilities from the purchases of each product. See the marginal utilities in the table. Here you can see that the marginal utilities for the first 4 units of X are 50 plus 45 plus 40 plus 35, that is equal to 170 utils, and marginal utilities for the first 2 units of Y are 80 plus 70, that is 150 utils. Thus, from the second combination, the total utility that the consumer gets after the expenditure of rupees 40 is 320 utils. Whereas from the first combination, the total satisfaction is only of 215 utils. The law of equimarginal utility can be explained with the help of this diagram also. In the first panel of the diagram, marginal utility per rupee from X is shown on Y-axis and units of X on X-axis. In the second panel, marginal utility per rupee from Y on Y-axis and units of Y on X-axis. The MUX by PX curve shows MU per unit of rupee spent on commodity X, and MUY by PY curve shows MU per rupee spent on commodity Y. These two curves are negatively sloped because of diminishing marginal utilities of each good. You can clearly observe here that when the consumer buys 4 units of X and 2 units of Y, his MUX by PX is equal to MUY by PY, and they are equal to 7 utils. The dotted line represents equal marginal utility, that is 7 utils from last rupee spent on both the goods. It satisfies both the conditions, that is proportionality condition subject to the income available for the two commodities being spent entirely. Thank you.